Alright, hey guys, today I'll be doing a video on how to get an Archaeologist Map. If you're looking it up, I'm pretty sure you already know what it is. I don't have to really explain. It's like a traveler's map. You teleport to your exact location within 30 minutes without logging out or switching characters. Yes, this does include going from Ross Sea, Port Rat, going back to Ross Sea wherever you were, or somewhere like in the desert like Hysteria, where you have to enter through a portal. You can just come back, and you can manipulate that with tagged characters and whatnot when you go to town, stuff like that. Cool things. So, we already know the cool things about Archaeologist Map. I'm just gonna explain like how to actually craft it at first, and then we're gonna explain how to get the materials. So, I brought up the Archaeologist Map on BDO Codex. Yeah, here's pretty much the pattern in this photo right here. So the gems, you can just buy those off the market. We're not going to get into those because those are the easiest things to ever do on this. But the map pieces, yeah, you get two in Rolled Sulfur Works, Rolled Sulfur Mine, pretty much the sulfur mobs there, and then you get two over here in Pila Ku Jail. And you have to do it in this order right here. You don't have to worry about them being undefined. Like, you don't know which piece is which, because as of now, you can actually go to Kafra's cave and transform them all and know what the shape is. It will transform to a shape that will allow you to distinguish which piece it is from what mob. So you can find out if you got duplicates and stuff like that. So now we know like how to craft it, how to go about getting them. So I'm actually going to show you the rotations on sulfur mines and the rotations in Pila Ku. But before we get into those rotations, I'm going to tell you what you need. Much, of course, you're going to need your gear. I'd suggest around 230 AP with Kudum. You can scratch by with 220. It all depends on your class. I was scratching around 230 AP with Kudum. Yeah, you can. I'd suggest bringing your buffs. Energizing Cron Meals does everything you need to do in your alchemy stone. I also suggest getting your drop rate up. You don't want to do that. It's alright. It takes a while. Common Blessing, 20 for that per 20% drop rate. Also suggest going Arsha if you can't go there because it's contested. That's fine. Just switch channels. Level 10 node. The thing about sulfur mines is sulfur mine kind of. This one's not as important. This one is, but sometimes you run into this area and find mobs there. So if you really want to prep yourself, like you're not going to be here for a while, well, you're not going to get to this point in a while, maybe you're getting that AP up, you can invest these two nodes to level 10. I really suggest just doing this one. You don't enter this one as much, but yeah, if you want to over prep, that's fine. And then this node to level 10, keep in mind you have to connect these. I think this one connects to mannequin, so keep that in mind. You can use a value pack so you won't waste so much CP. Sulfur mines, you just connect it all the way up here. Also a little tip, titanium and vanadium ore are very useful for the new Manos accessories, so you get all that stuff right here, so keep that in mind. So yeah, that's how you connect your nodes. You're gonna need, you want to get S ranks on the mobs you're gonna try to kill, so I suggest getting S ranks on all the mobs here and in Pila Ku. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You want level 3 pets, level 4 if you're going up there. I don't have any level 4 pets. It's just way too risky and expensive. I don't feel like dropping that amount of money yet. And you want to have pet food, regardless if that's on your alt somewhere in your hometown or on your main. That's completely fine. You want to have some storage mates. I got 4, so you can drop all the loot in Valencia. You want to have tent too, to repair your gear when you have to. Oh shit. You also, you can do a thing. I never really did this. I might regret it. I don't know. But you can pick up the daily quest from this guy over here, Ustavan. He tells you to kill like 500 or something, gives good CP and shit like that. But yeah, you can do that every day and use that as your meter for how long you're gonna grind each day. I suggest making like a count, like an hour a day or something. Like when I did this, I did nothing else. I kind of no-lifed it, and yep, I finished it. It took 250 hours. Wish it was lower than that, but nope, that's how long it took. I suggest bringing silver. There's a Marnies here. It's not the best, but if you're gonna be spending your time here, might as well, right? You eventually find yourself full of Marnie stones, and you just turn them in and get that nice EXP. That's probably how I got to 23%, honestly. But yeah, purified water, star rinse tea, carrots, you know, the usual stuff when you're traveling the desert with your horse and stuff. And you can bring your EXP buffs. I suggest not bringing too intense EXP buffs. Like, I'm just talking about, like, you can use like the 120 daily one. You can pop your Black Spirit one if you want to. That's all up to you. So two little things I'm about to say. Keep in mind, Sulfur Mines is really bad compared to Pila Ku. You make a lot more money at Pila Ku, but the thing is, if you're going about this the right way, and you'd want to grind on Arsha. Thing is, people who tell you to go after Archaeologist Map, they always tell you to go Pila Ku first. So if you went on Arsha on Pila Ku, chances are it's always going to be contested. I'd scrap by getting through whenever I had the time. I'd always check in and out and see if somebody's grinding there on Arsha in my rotations. Yeah, those 50% of the time somebody was there. At Sulfur Mines, no one's here. So if you really want to invest and be happy by having 2 map pieces, and you feel like you're confident and you're not going to give up in the middle of the process, I suggest Sulfur Mines. But if you want to deal with being on Arsha on Pila Ku, yeah, it might be a little more stressful. Well, of course, you have the option of doing Arsha's Rolled Sulfur Mines, Rolled Sulfur Works, or you can go to any other type of server that's not Arsha and Pila Ku. You have so many options here, but I started out on Sulfur Mines. I didn't really regret it. Eventually, I was going to grind in Pila Ku for a long time. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Where do you want to grind first? I just pick anywhere you want, honestly. It's up to you. Well, one thing I personally did that's outside the game, I got a clicker to like track of how many monsters I killed and how long it took, because I don't like just pressing pause on a timer. It's like, okay, I'm stopping, or I let it run on accident when I go grab something to eat, or I leave for a bit or get the doors, little things like that. I like using a clicker because it just shows each time I finish the rotation, boom, that's how much time it took. There's no extra. There's no standing there, how much time you spent standing there. This is how much time you spent grinding. So yeah, I downloaded a clicker on my phone. I think I still got it. Let me see. Yeah, it's called Counter Plus on the iOS. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start the rotation. I'm gonna show you how I use the clicker. Meanwhile, so I only know of 2 really good rotations. I'd say 2 kind of not so good ones. They're not bad, but pretty much how I went about it on both these areas, I did the best rotation for both pieces. So after you get one piece, you want to find the best rotation for the last one you need. Let's just start right here, because I'm seeing those mobs respawn, got kind of confusing. So we're starting right here. This is for 2-car and Devoured. As a warrior, this you gotta understand. I'm not the best for grinding. There's other classes that are way better for grinding, but I guess you can see like what kind of like the lower tier type of grinding you can do. If I manage to get it on my warrior, which is my main, shouldn't be hard for anyone else, you know. So yeah, this is pretty much the rotation I run. If you feel like there's an area with more with each amount, you can go ahead and do that. Like, it's all up to you, like, on how you want to go about killing all these things. So yeah, you can use this video as like a template on like where your just rotations should start and stuff like that. But yeah, this is the best area for both of them, in my opinion. Spawn here. Yeah, and we're back at the start of the rotations. Yep, that's pretty much the rotation here. I think personally that's the best rotation for the 2 cars. For the Devourers, no, it's not. See, I got my 2 car piece first, so that's why I was kind of messing up a little back there. That's completely fine. But for the Devourers, that was the one I spent more time working on. For the 2 pieces here, I got my 2 car piece first and my Devourer piece third. The 2 car piece actually took me 10 hours. The Devourer piece though, that one took me 120 hours. It's pretty scary. But I'm gonna show you my Devourer rotation. Well, it's outside, so when you think of the pieces, you think of 2 car, think inside, and when you think of Devourer, think outside and a little bit inside. Alright. Yeah, I'm just getting some spot right now. Alright. So I always start my Devourer rotation right here. This rotation might seem bad at first because I'm going back the same area I came, but as a warrior, I use my executioner buff to kind of shave off some time when I'm doing this. So I start the rotation up here. I come down to the small pack of 2 Devourers, and I go up to this 3. That is 8 Devourers. I skipped the one over there. I usually go around, I don't know why I didn't. That's 11 Devourers. I jumped on here. That's 13 Devourers. Also, you want +5 movement. Little things like that. 19, 20. Also, you don't have to do these single devours too, since they still got the buff where they spawn under 3 minutes or 2 or something like that. You can just do the packs. I'm just showing you the whole entire rotation in case like it wasn't like that at some point for some reason. But yeah, back then I just went only after the packs was 3 plus, sometimes 2. But yeah, you can see like all the Devourer packs are killing right now. So at the end of this rotation, I'm probably just gonna start heading to Pila Ku, cut the video there. One thing you want to be very wary of is you don't want to get duplicates. So when you're got a piece, avoid hitting the other monster. Oh shit! You can see I'm back, and the mobs are respawned. They probably respawned a while ago. I could probably run it again by only attacking 2+ mob packs, but yep, that's the Devour rotation. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video and go to Pila Ku. Also, forgot to mention, when going to these areas, just if you're fast enough, just cross the desert on foot and use a compass. If you get lost, just use your pets with find resources to use that if you don't have a compass. But yeah, when I'm leaving for Pila Ku, I usually go straight from Sand Grain to Pila Ku, or if I'm leaving from Valencia, I always go to this gate right here and I just run down. Yeah. Alright, I'm here. The main entrance people use for this place is here. This one on the left. Another one's over there, as you can see, like right there. So keep in mind, the best deportee rotation is that way. It's in the back area, but everything else is over here. So this is the guy you can pick up your dailies from, and this is where you enter. So I actually know the best rotation for this spot. I start here, and this does involve jumping down, so I'll keep that in mind. So you jump down. A lot of iron warrants here. See a lot of deportees. Well, not a lot of deportees. There's not a lot of those, but as you can see, I already spotted you. Run in here for this guy. Go back out. Guy on the left. Deportees on the right. Warden and deportee right here. Oh my god. People like this spot because there's 2 deportees close to each other, but there's a better deportee rotation. This one's just the best for both of them. Oh, at least I didn't miss. You go up these destroyed stairs, kill this guy. Did I miss any? Kill these guys on the stairs. Yeah, I got my warden piece first here after 15 hours. The deportee took 105. So yeah, the devour and deportee pieces were the hardest for me. It varies between everyone. Oh no. Oh. Wow, you wanna take some aggro, dude? Oh my god. And if you don't got warden, I just go up and kill this guy, and kill this guy too. We're always kind of going back. You can see mobs have barely spawned, so yeah, chances are you're yeah, and then you just start again. So this is the best rotation for both pieces. I'd say this rotation is pretty good for Iron Warden as well, so I will just keep going there. There is another pit in here for Iron Warden, but I'm not gonna get into that too much because there's just so many more Iron Wardens in here. Like, you can craft your own rotation, but if anything, I would just keep using that rotation for Iron Wardens because it's just really good. But depending on if you get deportee first, yeah, there is a place in here that has a decent amount of Iron Wardens. It's like 2 jail alarm devices, and it's a whole pit in the middle of the whole area. But usually you should get the Iron Warden piece there at least. So the deportee one, usually I start right here. So that's 1 deportee. This is 2. Yeah, this place is usually always contested on Archa. If not, I'm pretty lucky for the moment. 3, 4, 5. Oh my god. No, I'm up to 6. What am I doing? And then, yeah, it takes a while to get up here. 7. I'm up to 9. I don't even know what I'm counting right now. Oh my god. But yeah, when it comes to jumping down from here, you always want to run on this ledge, grab it, and then boom. This area up there where I'm pointing at right now, you can use that for a tent. It's really nice. But yeah, that's a rotation of, let me count, 1, 2, that's 7, 11 deportees. So I'm already back here, boom, deportee is already spawned, ready to go. So you can see the other one is spawned, and that's the deportee rotation. So that's pretty much all the rotations, guys. I didn't really go over 2-car or deportee too much, but it's just because there's, oh, I meant warden. It's just because there's a lot of rotations. When it comes to the 2-car, it's kind of spaced out all over the place, and just use the main rotation to find, well, at least the one I displayed to you, to just use that for now. But for the Iron Warden, yeah, that main rotation I showed you, you could just use that as well. But there's this area in here, like I said earlier, it has 2 jail alarm devices. There's a lot in the huge circle, so you just keep going in circles, keep that in mind. But yep, I showed you the deportee one and the devourer one. So you got all 4 pieces. First thing I suggest you do, go to Kaffir's Cave. You can even do this each time you go back, so you know you don't get any duplicates. I forgot to mention, the moment you get one, take a photo of it so you know which one you got, so you know you don't have any duplicates and stuff. At least if you don't feel like coming here, I mean, it just helps having the photo. But Kaffir's Cave, you go in there, you break through these little walls on the right side of the little void item, entity, sphere, whatever it is. You go to the middle of the room, stack of books. You give your map piece to them, and they give you back a map that's shaped. So yeah, after that, you can just, if you have all 4 pieces aligned, how they're supposed to be, boom, you'll get your archaeologist map. And then once you got it, the best thing you can possibly do with it, I think, is this fishing. I'm gonna show you that right now. So thought I saw someone. So yeah, I made this shy. She's my dedicated fisher, pretty much. Full inventory slots, which I actually do use. Plus 10 Balinose maple float Etheria for some reason, and got some fishing buffs on her. Plus 2 fisher's clothes. I brought her plus 3 trader's clothes when she goes to teleport and turns everything in. Really wish I didn't do that on this character. Oh well, I'll exchange it for it. But yeah, my favorite area to fish is anywhere on this island. As you can see, there's another player here. He probably has Archaeologist Map too. Stop fishing. Alright, but yeah. This island I'm at is in the Ross Sea. It's furthest from Port Rat. It's north of Boa Island right here. It's this little island right here I'm at. It's the furthest from Port Rat in the Ross Sea. That's why people go here. And plus you don't have to be on a boat or anything. So yeah, you can just, once you're done fishing, you teleport to Port Rat. A little thing up here appears. It looks like a CTG button. Once you're done doing everything Port Rat, such as storing some of your items in storage, selling your fish and repairing your items, doing whatever else you want to do, you just click that button and come right back here, and then boom, you can start all over again. Yeah, how I go about fishing is I wake up, do my stuff. I'm going to work. I just start fishing again after I've done everything, and I come back from work and full inventory again, and I just click it again depending on what I'm doing. I always make sure I sell all my fish, come back, and then start playing. Like, because even if you're not on the character, the cooldown goes off. Anything else I'm missing? No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, the really nice thing about Ross Sea, it's always abundant. If I'm really hardcore fishing, I always discard the greens and below. I usually wake up with, say 70-80% of blues and golds, and like on average like 15 relic shards, or maybe 20 if it's a really good day. But yeah, this is that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to say other than yeah, I keep my alt below level 50 so it doesn't get attacked, and make sure each time you fish you don't board any adventure ships and stuff. And yeah, oh, one small thing, if you're fishing and you accidentally get your character stuck in Port Rat, if you disconnect or you switch characters, you mess up in any way, think you can get your character, one of your characters with the boat, most likely your sailor. You can get them to Port Rat by using Traveler's Map, or if they're already there, if you're doing your dailies or something, you can tag your shy, finish your sailing dailies, or you can head straight to this island and then untag, and your shy will be here again, and your character will be... Can you untag out of a town? I don't think you can. Shit, what was I thinking? No, you can untag, sorry. So yeah, you just untag here, and your shy's here, and then your main's still at this area, but you can sail around and stuff, so keep that in mind. So I think that's pretty much the end of the video. Sorry if I messed up on some parts, like if I was too vague on the 2-car rotation and the warden rotation, but pretty much you just use the main rotations for both those areas to get those. It's not a big deal. But other than that, I don't think I really missed anything. But The snow, it took me 250 hours. I'll repeat again how many hours it took for each one. The first one I got was my 2 car, took me 10 hours. The second one I got was the Warren, took me 15. That being said, I spent like 60 on Devour before I gave up on that spot. Went to the Pila Ku. I went back to Sulfur Mines and I spent another 60 hours until I got my Devour again, using all of the rotations I mentioned. So that totaled up to 120, and then I went to Pila Ku in that back rotation I showed you, and I spent 105 hours there, and then I finished the whole thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Wish you guys the best of luck. On average, the lowest you can get, it considered lucky, is around 150 to 200 hours. Average, I'd say, is 250. Anything above that is pretty unlucky. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and have a nice one.